Spain is bracing for more protests this week as the trials of a dozen Catalan politicians get underway. The pro-independence leaders have been in prison since the failed attempt to break away from Spain in 2017.
Now here's a news story from back at the time when they tried to break away and seek independence. And there's lots of reasons given, including they speak different languages, it's cultural and historic, but this is the real reason why they want their independence. The renewed bid for political independence came at a time when Spain was, as a whole, facing an acute financial crisis. That's what it's all about. It was one of four massively indebted Eurozone countries alongside Portugal, Ireland and Greece. They're all debt basket cases, and I've put a highlight there towards Greece because they've had all their public assets seized and are being taxed to the hilt. So they've lost everything. And they won't be out of debt for 50 years. Well, they're never ever going to be. So here's Spain's national debt in US dollars, 1.44 trillion. The population's only a bit over 46 million. And their debt as a percentage of GDP, which is similar to what Greece's was when they went under. So they're about to go under as well. They're going to have all their public assets transferred over to these bankers. So these bankers have just, and then increase the taxes to enslave them. That's the exact position Greece is in. And these bankers, they get Goldman Sachs operatives, like we've got our Malcolm Turnbull, Greece had that Christo, whatever his name was. I'm sure Spain's got theirs. To rack up this debt, there it is, a national debt per citizen, $31,000 US dollars. This is only public debt of the national government, by the way, not state governments or anything like that. So it's actually probably a lot higher and a lot more dire. But this is what Catalonians don't want to be saddled with. They don't. This is enslavement. And their way of trying to avoid being owned by these bankers is through getting independence. It's the same as Brexit. It's the same as these yellow vest protests that started in France and now in Belgium and in Germany and they're spreading across Europe. No, the people do not want to be slaves to these bankers. But the bankers, they own the politicians, they own the police forces, and they own the weapons. And they're going to start pulling them out. And as you can see, what's happening to these leaders here.
They are facing up to 25 years in jail for rebellion and misuse of public funds.
So 25 years jail, that's for the leaders of what they call the rebellion, but it is for anyone who is against being enslaved by the bankers and having all the public assets stolen. And with the rubber bullets and tear gas, and they will use machine gun bullets if they need to. It will come to that. The bankers will do that. That's what the bankers have got planned. So let's have a look at Australia's deck. I'd say we're about 2 years from violent police crackdowns on our protests that will be happening.